Hello all you ninjas and non-ninjas, I'm your host, Ninja Jordan, and today we are playing Phantasy Star Online, episodes 1 and 2. This was one of my favorite games growing up. I believe I played it at my cousin's house for the first time, because they were like the purveyors of all things new and happening. And I think they might have even had it for the game or the Dreamcast, and then they got the GameCube version. And the GameCube version was awesome because it had like local split-screen multiplayer. So I picked it up and I friggin' loved it. And so weirdly enough, I actually had a dream about it last night. I dreamt that I was playing it, and I was just like itching. I was like, oh, I gotta play this game. So we're gonna dive into it. This is man, I tell you, they don't make them like this anymore. This is like real classic action RPG, if ever there was one. So it's a weirdly like basic kind of game, but it's also like very satisfying. I haven't played any of the new Phantasy Star Online iterations.
Testing. I'm Rico Tyrell. I'm a hunter. This castle is for anyone who has come here looking for me. I hope this helps you. I don't know who you are, but you must know that there's something unusual about Ragall. This is important. Pay attention to everything around if you want to survive.
So, basic story is, there was a big old ship full of people, came to this planet to inhabit it. The ship was called the Pioneer 1. The ship, like, crashed, and a bunch of people died, and so they sent the Pioneer 2, which was the big ship that we started on, to go investigate it. So they want to go land the ship now and inhabit this world, and we got to make sure that it's doable. We got to find out what happened to the Pioneer 1. Let's see what this has to say.
Red gates are locked. Green gates they're open. Of course, you knew that.
So there's like little tutorials everywhere, and these little things here, they do give some story. It's got this great like battle music too. Whenever like it's all like so like super intuitive. And then you like combat is very like one button. You know what I mean? It's just slash slash slash. But you have to time it. You can't just mash, right? You have to time it appropriately. These guys show up. They make stock sound effects when they die. Oh, this stupid thing. I forgot about this thing. Oh my god. That's right. It spits out mosquitoes. But we don't just have a regular attack. Oh no, we have a strong attack. So even though it has this kind of like action style, it's still got these very like turn-based sensibilities, right? We can't block like intuitively. We just have to like hope that our armor and stuff is good enough, that our block chance is high enough. But I mean, like, naturally as a kid, what drew this to me was the fact that you get to use a frickin' lightsaber. I mean, come on. What kid isn't gonna like that? But yeah, no, this, oh my god. You have no idea. Like, I started playing this a little bit today when I was just like, you know, making sure that, that my, my GameCube still worked, and I just had the goofiest smile on my face. This is bringing me right back to my childhood. Oh shit, I better heal. It's kind of a weird game though, because the class that I'm using right now, the hunters, like your standard hunter, the ones that use swords, they're like listed as like the easy class. They're like, it says right at the beginning, right? It says like when you're making your character that it's like they're for like beginners. And I never understood that, because it's like you have like this class that can use swords like a little bit. They use swords, a couple guns, and a little bit of magic. You have the ranger class, which is like the middle tier, like good for intermediate player class, but they can only really use guns, and I think the humans can use like a bit of magic. And then you have the hard class, like the mage class, or I think they're called force. And they can only use staff. They can't use swords, they can't use guns, but they can use like all the forbidden magic attacks. And so it's like, I don't know, it's just weird. It's like, what if you just want to use magic? What if you want to use a different kind of character? Ah, yes. I think there's something we have to do here. This game had a really, really good single-player campaign too. Like, you can kind of see. Oh, you just get obliterated. This guy slaps the shit out of you. I never did figure out if there was like a way you could block enemies, but like as far as like, you know, those kinds of classic dungeon crawlers went, this one was so good. Oh, you know what? I better heal. Because this game did not mess around. Especially if you were playing by yourself. If you're playing with other people, then they can resurrect you, right? But if you die, you lose like all your money. You gotta get resurrected. I think you gotta pay to get like healed. What's this one say?
Pumas, I don't like their weird faces. Be careful, you don't want to get surrounded by them.
Oh yeah, they'll slap you. They'll slap the shit right out of you. They'll give you a concussion. And oh man, I remember. I remember when I was, I think I was like 13 years old. I got my tonsils and my adenoids removed. And for an entire week that I was off school, I played this, and I played the original Animal Crossing. And I must have cleared this campaign like 100 times. I was at like level 70 something. And because that's like literally all I did on that entire week was just lie on the couch, you know, drugged out on Tylenol 3s, that I mixed with ice cream to like deal with the pain. And I just played this the whole time. And I think it was like day 5 of my being like off school, you know, tonsils removed. And something had happened. My memory card got like corrupted, and I lost all my data. And I lost like I mean, leading up to that, you know, probably like I played this game for months, like, you know, because I you know, I think these guys get up. They're little sneaky bastards. Watch, they're gonna do a little. You just gotta wait a little bit, and then you get a little item from them. Sometimes they drop special items. You know, yeah, because like I might have mentioned it like in the past, right?
What made the animals become so violent all of a sudden? They weren't before. They were very quiet and friendly. There must be some cause. I'll find it. I know I'm a fool. This won't make me any richer. Perhaps that's why I'm exalted by them. Red Ring Rico. Ha ha ha. But I'm not really the great hunter citizens say I am. They needed a hero, and I just happened to fill that position.
You know, so like growing up, I didn't have, you know, a ton of games, right? And on the GameCube, I had this, like Sonic Adventure 2, Time Splitters 2, and I honestly can't think of what else I might have had. You know, because that was back in the day too, when, you know, Blockbuster was a thing. You could rent games, right? But like, we didn't get games very often. It was like a birthday or Christmas, maybe you got a game, right? So this was like one of the only games I played as a kid growing up. Like, you know, when I had my GameCube. Or at least one of the games I owned, right? I played a ton of games because I managed to rent games from time to time. So, you know, like, yeah, growing up. Oh, it's Smash Bros. We had Smash Bros. Growing up, because of course we did. Oh, and then NHL Hits. NHL Hits. I remember that. We had that too. Hits 2000. You know, so like you know, aside from some of the games we would rent, you know, like, you know, I remember playing. I played Pikmin. I remember playing. I've talked about it, at least in my written reviews, that I did play, like, one of the first games I played, like, when I got my GameCube, was Crazy Taxi and Monkey Ball. But this was like one of the games that I owned, so we played it like non-stop, right? So I had probably sunk like months into this game. And then just one fine day, for some reason, it all just went into the trash. I can't remember if I owned Animal Crossing. I remember I rented it a bunch of times, and I would keep it for way longer and rack up those like stupid late fees from Blockbuster.
Wow. Bodies of dead animals. We hunters sometimes use firearms, but they were killed by firearms that are much stronger than ours.
What could have come here and killed all the animals? The aminals. Oh man, I don't know why I suddenly got all like sentimental. Oh my god. Yeah, so you gotta watch out. You get stuck in a loop. Because sometimes these guys, I think it's like, I do think the way it works is RPG logic. Like, if their attack isn't higher than your defense, you'll block it or something. Or it's like it'll increase your chance to block. I love my character's stupid, goofy hair too. I kind of modeled or made my character look like the way I made it look when I was like way back in the day. They don't give you a lot of really good hair options. That's the problem. Not a lot of good hair and face options in this game. It's a bit of a bummer. Hey, yeah, sneaky little. Ooh, a telepipe. That's a very useful thing to have. So I think. Oh yeah, and then there's the chat, which is like, oh yeah, it was the shortcuts. I remember we used to use these all the time. Oh my god. Oh my god. Because this game was fun. You could chat. You could go online and chat to people. And my cousins. Oh my god, that's the nostalgia that I just got. The nostalgia blast I just got from that old little text chat. My cousin was one of the only people I ever knew in my entire life that actually had one of those old GameCube keyboard controllers, because he used to play this game more than I did. Alright, so I think that's the, yeah, I think I explored everything here. Yep, okay. We can move on to the second place. We can move on to the area and go, whoa! Oh my god, I'm gonna be sick. Oh my god, I'm gonna be sick.
A disaster occurred. Things were shaking, then something broke through the surface. And then it exploded in the central dome. I don't know what to say. For 7 years, we've tried to adjust and improve the environment. What was it? Was it related to the accident we've had recently?
Yeah, and this game was really cool too, because it had all this like extra like graphic effect, like the rain and stuff when you played in single player. But if you played on multiplayer, it was all just like very basic. Which again, like it was kind of a very like smart way of making it work. This game had 4-player split screen. Like, it's so awesome. It really was like kind of ahead of its time. Why doesn't Nintendo get on remaking this for the Switch? Can you imagine this on the Switch? It's just it's so easily understandable. It's so like incredibly fun. And it's challenging too. It's not like it's no slouch. Timing your hits, like, because guys are fast. Some guys are faster than you. If you try to charge, like, you could take a hit, right? You got to be smart about how you're doing it. Had these really big, larger than life bosses. Ooh. I think the only other Phantasy Star that I really like. Actually, no, that's not true. Phantasy Star. Oh, what was it called? There was a Phantasy Star on the DS that was really good, like really good. It was very like spiritually similar to this. And if the DS, like, you know, if the DS like was a better system for online, because I remember, you know, way back in the day, I even had one of those, the old DS connection devices. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting too focused. Yeah, like, I had one of those old, like, DS connection devices, but I never like, ever got this game, like, got to play it online. And it was one of the things, like, I was a kid growing up, you know, even back in the day when this came out, right? Actually, this might have even been, like, for me, anyway, like, pre-internet, right? I don't think I actually got the internet till like 2000, maybe 2001. You know, the old AOL on, you know, package. But, you know, and as a kid, even as a kid, before I even like really had the internet, like, dreaming about going online and playing this game with other people, like, it was such a thing, like, it was such an unattainable height, you know. But like, nowadays, you could remake this, you could make it so good, and you could put it on the Switch, so you could have like local co-op, you could have split screen co-op, you could have like seamless online co-op, no problem. This game is like begging to be brought back. Whoa, shh. This thing's gonna kill me. It just caved my skull in. Ooh, Jesus. Making those monkey sounds. No, don't punch me, bro. Don't punch me, bro. Ah. Idiot. You ain't got nothing on me. Wait, what else is here? Oh, no, nothing. It was just phasing out of existence.
Tactics are important. Strategy is vital. You have to think about how you can put yourself into an advantageous situation. Look, learn, analyze, and judge. Think carefully.
Yeah, do what I did. Just like run away for 2 seconds. How do I Yeah, so you could, and you could like set. You could set items. Everything had these like really cool like symbols to them too. You start to learn what everything means. Oh, it was so good. I forget what this is. I don't think oh no, I want to put this here. Ah, whoops. I forget how there's I could have swore there was a way you could like equip a second weapon. Although I am going to equip this Saber 3. Do I have a better frame also? 35, 35. Okay, that's... Wait. There we go. That's the one I want. You could also find better mags too. These guys give you like little bonuses. That little orange symbol. I'm an Oran. I forget what that means 100%. I have to like look it up again. Because basically it's like the way that you like type in, yes, this is what I mean. Like it was all these things, trade window and like things that like you couldn't access when you played it online because it's like those were like specific for for online stuff, and it's just like I never ever got to see it. And it's like to me it's like tragic that it's like it's just one of those things I'll never get to experience. Come on, Sega. Come on, Nintendo. Do the right thing. Put this game on the Switch. HD remaster. Online functionality. The people want it. This thing would make crazy money if you brought it back. I know they're doing like their stupid, you know, Phantasy Star Onlines. I think I tried to play it, and it was just, like, I downloaded it. It was a free-to-play thing. It was just such a... It was just, like, such a mess. I couldn't even wrap my head around it. I was just like, no. Give me this. Give me this any day. Slapping chickens so they run away.